Hello there guys, welcome to another of my live videos, and on this video there is lots to negotiate about. So I am going to be giving you the list of talking points from our 2-1 win against Norwich yesterday night in the FA Cup quarter final. Now, one of the talking points was Odion Ighalo. I thought Odion Ighalo was exceptional. Of course, he did score the first goal. It came in the 51st minute. And it was a very well taken goal as well from Odion Ighalo. It was a lovely little flick. And that is now Odion Ighalo's 5th goal in 4 starts for Manchester United. And I think it's his 3rd goal in the FA Cup. And, we did make the right decision by getting Odion Ighalo on deadline day in January. Of course, we did get him on loan. The main explanation why we got him on loan is because he was a cover-up to Marcus Rashford. So, yeah, and he's done very well. And obviously, quite a few weeks ago, it had confirmed that we'd extended Odion Ighalo's loan for another 7 months. So he is on loan with us now until the end of January 2021. Don't forget, we've no option to buy Odion Ighalo, or there is no obligation to buy. Maybe there could be a chance we could inquire about getting him permanently, but I don't think we will. I think, he will go back to Shanghai Shenhua after his loan spell with us. But he had a really good game yesterday night. Now, another one of the talking points was Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire, of course, scored the winner in the 118th minute of extra time. And, it was a pretty decent goal as well from Harry Maguire. He also made a vital interception from Lucas Rupp in the game. I thought his composure was very good in our back line, was Harry Maguire's. And, he played well from the back. And I think, Harry Maguire has enjoyed an exceptional season for us. He's had bad games here and there, but I think the vast majority of his games he's done very well. We did get Harry Maguire last summer from Leicester. We paid £80 million for him. So he is the club's second most expensive signing, just behind Paul Pogba. And he's the most expensive centre-half in the world. Don't forget, Harry Maguire was captaining the team yesterday night. Another one of the talking points was them 6 substitutions, because Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has become the first manager in English football to make 6 substitutions in one game. So that was definitely no talking point. Another one of the talking points was Tim Klose sending off for Norwich. Tim Klose got sent off for that challenge on Odion Ighalo. I think, definitely was the correct decision. It was definitely, sending off was that. But another one of the talking points, Norwich played quite well in that game. They fought hard with 10 men. We limited them to very little chances, like I said on my match reaction, but I thought Norwich looked very good in possession, looked very good on the counter-attack. They passed the ball very well, and especially in the first half, Norwich, got down that left-hand side far too easily. Like I said, I thought Todd Cantwell was Norwich's best player. Teemu Pukki was a bit quiet in the first half for them. I don't think Max Aaron's had a bad game for Norwich. Lucas Rupp, Buendia, he got the assist for Todd Cantwell's goal. He didn't have a bad game either. So, that's another one of the talking points. Another one of the talking points was Diego Dalot. Now, I thought Diego Dalot was extremely poor. He really wasn't. That was his first start for us for a while. I think before he started yesterday, Diego Dalot, I think he'd only played 67 minutes of football this season, because he had quite a few injuries early on in the season. This is the main explanation, why he hasn't been playing. There's a lot of Manchester United fans saying that Diego Dalot is not good enough. I don't think he's good enough for Manchester United. He put some good performances in towards the back end of last season, when he was playing on that right wing and that, but I don't think he's good enough for us. As you noticed yesterday night, Norwich, got in behind Diego Dalot time and time again. We got Diego Dalot in Jose Mourinho's final transfer window. We paid around £19 million in from Porto, and he has got a contract with us until 2023. So I think he's been with us now over 18 months as Diego Dalot. But he probably was one of the worst players on the pitch. Another one of the talking points was Eric Bailly. It was good to see, Bailly given a chance, but I thought Bailly, really, really struggled in that back line. I would still keep Bailly at Manchester United. I think, he's the foreseeable future for us. The only element of concern about Eric Bailly is that he's very injury prone. This has been now Eric Bailly's 4th season with Manchester United. Been his 4th season with Manchester United. We did get him under the Jose Mourinho era. He was our first signing under Jose Mourinho. We did pay around £30 million for Eric Bailly. We really, really did. But yeah, he struggled. Another one of the talking points, Jesse Lingard. Very, very poor was Jesse Lingard. Jesse Lingard, of course, did start the game yesterday night. And that was his first start, I think, since New Year's Day. Solskjaer did confirm prior to the game, though, in his press conference, he confirmed that Lingard would have been starting. He has just recovered from a short-term illness and that. But Lingard's definitely one of the players. Definitely Jesse Lingard is one of the players that we have got to get rid of, because reflecting on Jesse Lingard's status at the football club and reflecting, reflecting on the number of years he has been here, he should be putting much more better performances out, should Jesse Lingard. Lingard has got, a year left on his Manchester United contract, but the club do have an option to extend it for a further year. Another one of the talking points was Juan Mata. He also started the game yesterday night. I don't think Juan Mata was too good, if I'm going to be quite honest with you. A bit slow, lost the ball quite a few times on that right-hand side, did Juan Mata. Juan Mata don't really start for us now anyway. This has been Juan Mata's 6th season at Manchester United. We did get him under David Moyes. We paid around £40 million for him from Chelsea, Juan Mata and that. But yeah, some Man United fans think now, Juan Mata is not good enough. Solskjaer, by the way, did make 8 changes from the 3-0 win against Sheffield United. So they are the talking points of that game. But I thought, the subs were brought on. The vast majority of them that came on, did actually, really, really well. I thought Pogba did very, very well when he came on yesterday night. He had some good chances in the game, did Paul Pogba. Mason Greenwood wasn't too bad when he came on. He had some chances, did Mason Greenwood. Also to Williams. Actually, no, I don't think Williams was that good when he came on. I'm actually surprised he didn't start the game yesterday night. Matic, wasn't so good, when he came on either. Bruno Fernandes, probably that game yesterday night was probably his worst performance in a Manchester United shirt. I don't think he played bad. I just know he's capable of playing much better than he did, yesterday night. Bruno Fernandes did have some good opportunities. His contribution was also good, but a lot of his shots, came from far range. He tried to thread a lot of passes through, but, they didn't really work out for Bruno Fernandes and all of that. But yeah, that's the talking points of the game yesterday night. But yeah, very, very good result. Very, very good result. We are now into the FA Cup semi-finals. It's our 130th FA Cup semi-final, by the way. And, there's a chance, we can win the FA Cup because, like I said to you, the FA Cup is a priority for us. It is a chance for us getting some silverware on the board. Let's put into the equation as well, the Europa League is a priority for us because that's a chance for us getting some silverware on the board as well. So we can win 2 trophies under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer this season. And like I said, if we can win the FA Cup and if we can win the Europa League, it would be a fantastic achievement for Man United and Solskjaer. Don't forget, the top 4 is a priority for us as well because we do want qualification for the Champions League for next season so we can generate money. Plus, it can help us, have more of a competitive summer transfer window and all of that. But, we have lacked silverware in the last 7 years. We've only won 3 trophies since Fergie left. And that was the FA Cup under Louis van Gaal and the Europa League and the League Cup under Jose Mourinho. So, it would be very, very good. Obviously, there's still some big teams in, the FA Cup. Like, there's Arsenal who's still in it. They're going up against Sheffield. City going up against Newcastle. City going up against Newcastle, and Chelsea, I think, are going up against Leicester. And all of that. But yeah, so yeah, we're into the semi-finals. We're beating Norwich for the third time this season because we're beating them 4-0 earlier on in the season at Old Trafford, and we're beating them 3-1 at Carrow Road and all of that. We're beating them 3-1 at Carrow Road. Norwich, of course, would have been disappointed. But, on the other hand, they would have been delighted as well, to be in the FA Cup quarter-finals because it was Norwich's first FA Cup quarter-final since the 1991-1992 season. Put into the equation as well, Norwich had a few injuries. They had Grant Hanley out, they had Zinnerman out, and they also had Sam Byron out, did Norwich. But Norwich, are getting relegated. They are sitting, bottom of the Premier League. I think they have lost 20 games in the Premier League this season of Norwich, so, they are going down. But Norwich, did put a really, really good fight up, and, if they'd have played like that in the vast majority of their games this season, probably, they wouldn't have been in the relegation zone. They've got Daniel Farke as their manager. This has been Daniel Farke's third season, I think, with Norwich. He's a former Borussia Dortmund manager, and I think before he managed Lippstadt, didn't he? So he's actually German, is Daniel Farke. But it was just very, very good to get the win on the board. We did scrape across the line. Give me a glimpse of the Alex Ferguson days as well. When Harry Maguire scored that winner yesterday night, because we used to score a lot of winners under the Alex Ferguson era. That fear factor was there under the Alex Ferguson era. We always used to be comeback kings under the Ferguson era as well. But there you go. But we are now unbeaten in our last 14 games in all competitions. And this is our best vein of form since Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was the interim manager and all of that. Our best vein of form. So there you go. And, our next game is Brighton. That is on Tuesday. The preview will be coming up for that. It is at the Amex Stadium. It's 8:15 kickoff, I think, on Tuesday. Solskjaer, of course, will be making several changes. From the 2-1 win against Norwich yesterday night. Of course, David De Gea will be back in contention in goal. Bissaka will be at right back against Brighton. Bissaka was rested yesterday. Lindelof will come back in for Eric Bay. Luke Shaw will be at left back. Probably Pogba will start on a Tuesday. Maybe Matic or Fred and that will start. Martial and Rashford will also start as well. So he will make quite a lot of changes in that. But we've got now 7 games remaining in the Premier League. And 7 games, remaining in the Premier League. And in reality, we should win at least 6 of them because we've got the easiest running in the Premier League. Our next 2 league games are Brighton and Bournemouth. So there you go. By the way, Solskjaer has put 5 players up for sale. That's just been confirmed from the Metro. He's put 5 players up for sale. And the players he's looking to get rid of, he is looking to get rid of Phil Jones. I think we've put an asking price on Phil Jones. I think we said we want around £15 million for him. This has been Phil Jones' 9th season at Manchester United. Phil Jones has been here since the Alex Ferguson era. Has been here since the Alex Ferguson era. And I think he has been mainly inconsistent. I think we did make a bad mistake by giving him that new long-term contract last year. I think Phil Jones as well has recently been injured. We're also looking to get rid of Smalling permanently. As you all know, he's out on loan with Roma at the moment, is Chris Smalling. Paulo Finesca, the Roma boss, did say a while ago that, Chris Smalling wants to stay at Roma, and Chris Smalling said, he has no regrets in leaving Manchester United. So I think Roma want to get Chris Smalling permanently. I think we said before that wanted in the £20-odd million range to get rid of him permanently. But, Chris Smalling was a long servant for us. He did endure 9 years at Manchester United. We're also looking to get rid of Jesse Lingard as well. I think we'd probably want from £25 to £30 million for him. And I think, we're also looking to get rid of Andres Pereira as well. He's another one. because he's been very inconsistent. And obviously, we're looking to get rid of Alexis Sanchez on a permanent transfer. I was reading recent stories regarding Alexis Sanchez. And it did say, that Sanchez will return to Manchester United next month. Because we have refused to extend his loan at Inter Milan. Inter Milan have been in talks over extending Alexis Sanchez's loan, beyond the 30th of June, because his current loan deal expires on the 30th of June. It also recently said that Tottenham have expressed their interest in Sanchez. Inter Milan, of course, did get Sanchez on a 10-month loan last summer. I think Sanchez has endured a very, very difficult time since he went out on loan at Inter Milan. He has had quite a few injuries though, Sanchez. Let's put that into the equation. I think he had the dislocated ankle and he was out for like 3 months. Despite the fact that Sanchez is on loan at Inter Milan, we're still paying the vast majority of his wages. I think we're still paying him like 300 grand a week, and Inter Milan are paying like the other £100,000 a week. Sanchez, did endure a difficult 18 months with us. We did get him in January as part of a swap deal of Mkhitaryan going to Arsenal. And Sanchez, of course, did not live up to expectations as we all thought he would have done when he came to Manchester United. He failed to replicate what he did in his 3.5-4 years with Arsenal. And he also failed to replicate what he did under Pep Guardiola's guidance when he was younger. But I said, we're going to find it difficult to get rid of Sanchez permanently, because of his wages. Because Sanchez's wages at Man United are like, 400 grand a week. Potentially rising up to £500,000 a week based on the image rights and the bonuses and that. So, yeah. So we are looking to get rid of Sanchez permanently. But if we can get rid of him permanently, it will free up our wage bill completely. It really, really will. But I think anyway, we're going to get rid of at least 5 players in the summer transfer window, maybe even more than that. Like I updated you earlier on today, I think that video is nearly uploaded by the way, it says we've got to sell at least 4 players anyway to sign Jadon Sancho in the summer transfer window. Because Borussia Dortmund have named their asking price. They want around £110 million for Jadon Sancho. And like I said, his asking price, seems to be the stumbling block. It did say not too long ago, that we was willing to wait for Borussia Dortmund to lower their asking price. Christian Falk, that German football expert, he came out the other week and he said, Borussia Dortmund will accept £90 million for Jadon Sancho, but he is our number one priority target, is Jadon Sancho. And all of that. So we've got to sell 4 players to get him on the board. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has refused to rule out a move for Jadon Sancho and all of that. So there you go. Manchester United have got to make signings in the summer transfer window. And, we may not even make any signings in the summer transfer window. Solskjaer's recently been talking to our owners, about, his plans for the summer transfer window. Solskjaer's already said he wants to make around 3 or 4 major signings at the end of the season and that. Because I did say our expectations next season will be to challenge for the title. And Solskjaer's admitted that we've got to spend to compete with the likes of Manchester City and Liverpool and all of that. But this has been the 7th season now we have failed to mount any kind of title challenge up. We haven't won the Premier League for 7 years. The last time we won it was in Alex Ferguson's last season back in 2013. Back in 2013. I think we've got to work out what our transfer budget's going to be. Because Ole Gunnar Solskjaer did recently say he's unsure how much he will have to spend in the summer transfer window because of the financial impact of the coronavirus pandemic. Don't forget, back in May, Ed Woodward had confirmed that our net debt is just over £429 million, and it said our debt had risen up by almost £130 million. Of course, Ed Woodward did say, though, the other month, that, we will remain competitive in the summer transfer market, but he did say, won't do business as usual in the summer transfer market. So he basically, ruled out big transfers to Manchester United, Ed Woodward and all of that. But the summer transfer window will be Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's fourth transfer window as Manchester United manager. It will be his second summer transfer window though, because he's already overseen one summer transfer window and that. But, we've got to get the right players in the summer transfer window, and Solskjaer's already identified the areas in the squad where he does want to strengthen up. So far Solskjaer spent just over £200 million at Manchester United on 5 players, and he got these 5 players in the 2 previous windows because Solskjaer didn't recommend anyone in his first transfer window. But yeah, last summer Solskjaer brought Daniel James and Wan-Bissaka and Harry Maguire in, and in January he brought Bruno Fernandes and Odion Ighalo in. So he has brought 5 good players into the football club so far. But like I've said to you, I have really seen improvements under Solskjaer. Like I said, we're improving the transfer market, under him. Players have improved, especially, the top players. We've done very well against the big 6 sides this season. Solskjaer's also promoted the youth very well. So yeah, these positives to take from his tenure so far. And Solskjaer, has been at the football club for around 18 months. So he has been here a year and a half. I think he has been permanent Manchester United manager for around, 16 months or something like that. Yeah. For around 16 months, he has been permanent Manchester United manager. Also, too, Solskjaer has got rid of a lot of the deadwood since he got recommended in to Manchester United. We have seen a lot of players go. Don't forget, it recently confirmed that we will release 9 academy players next week when their contracts do expire. So, of course, more players are going to be leaving Manchester United and all of that. They're going to be leaving Manchester United. Going to be leaving Manchester United. And don't forget, Solskjaer did recently say that it will be harder for Manchester United to win trophies now. This is what he had said. Don't forget, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer recently responded to Liverpool winning the Premier League. And, he's congratulated Jurgen Klopp and his players. But he said it hurts him, to see Liverpool, Premier League champions. Of course, it is Liverpool's first Premier League. They have ended their 30-year drought. And it's their 19th overall. So they are just one behind us now because, we're on 20. So they are just one behind us. And I think, Liverpool will continue to dominate. So we need to find a way to stop Liverpool. But don't forget, Solskjaer did say that Liverpool will find it very difficult to repeat Alex Ferguson's run of titles. So what Solskjaer is basically saying in that aspect is that Liverpool will struggle to dominate, like we did under the Alex Ferguson era. Of course, Ferguson endured 26 years with us. Like I said, endured 22 years of success because he didn't win out in his first 4 years. We won a total of 38 major honours under Alex Ferguson, 13 of them Premier Leagues and all of that. But I don't think anyone will replicate Ferguson's legacy. Klopp won't at Liverpool, Guardiola won't at City, Solskjaer won't with us. No manager will do what Ferguson did. No manager at all. And they won't last as long as Alex Ferguson did either. They won't. They really won't. But since, Ferguson retired, that's when we went downhill. We have been playing catch-up for the last 7 years. We've had different managers with different philosophies. We have spent close to the £1 billion range on players. And we've recruited over 30-odd players in since the Alex Ferguson era. Like I said, under Moyes, he only managed to bring 2 players in. He brought Fellaini and Juan Mata in. Of course, Louis van Gaal, he brought the likes of Schneiderlin in, Sebastian Schweinsteiger, Di Maria, Falcao, Daley Blind, Memphis Depay, Rojo, Darmian, Martial, Shaw, Romero, Herrera. So he brought a lot of players in, Van Gaal. He brought a good 15, 16 players in. Jose Mourinho, he recommended 11 players in to the football club. So analysing, the vast majority of these players are Jose Mourinho's because there's only a few players that have left us who, Jose Mourinho brought in and all of that. And I think Jose Mourinho spent a good 400 million at the club, or was it just under 400 million pounds and all of that? But like I said, a lot of the players that we have recruited in the last 7 years or so haven't been the right caliber players for Manchester United. We've overpaid for players in recent years. We have been criticised, of how poor our recruitment policy has been for several years as well. And obviously, that blame stems from Ed Woodward and that. Because we have been very, very critical of Ed Woodward for several years, and we've also been very critical of the Glazers for several years as well. But maybe there's some players that we've brought in as well, on the other hand, who we shouldn't have got rid of. Prime example, shouldn't have really got rid of Ander Herrera, and shouldn't have really got rid of Romelu Lukaku and all of that. And, we have got players as well on big contracts at the football club, so let's just put that into the equation. We have got players on big contracts at the football club. But Solskjaer did say we're not far away from challenging for the title. He's happy with the squad we've got, but we just need to make some more signings. That's all we need to do, basically. Chelsea have done very, very good business in this transfer window at the moment. Well, it's not open. They've done very, very good business so far of Chelsea. They got Hakim Ziyech in February for around, was it £38 million. They've just recently, got Timo Werner from RB Leipzig. That's a very, very good signing for them. And of course, Chelsea are looking to build on that. They really, really are. But like I said, the vast majority of our success came under Ferguson. Because even, before we had Ferguson, we was inconsistent. Obviously, wasn't good under Ron Atkinson. We wasn't good under Franco Farrell. We actually got relegated under Franco Farrell. I think that was back in 1974. We also wasn't good under Wilf McGuinness either. Wilf McGuinness, he endured 18 months at the football club and only managed to recruit one player in. But we'll never be as we were under the Alex Ferguson era. But I hope that Solskjaer can be the foreseeable future for us. I think he does need at least another season at Manchester United because it is a transition period. And see, how things, do go next season. That I've already said to what saved his job at the football club. What saved Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's job at Manchester United, was the signing of Bruno Fernandes because he's made a difference in the team. And I think with the wins against the big teams, you can also say that saved his job as well. I think Solskjaer's got around, 2 years left in his current contract at the club, or just under 2 years. He got the job permanently in March last year, and at that point he did sign a 3-year contract and all of that. But you can see now what Solskjaer's trying to implement at the club. He's starting to get things right. Don't get me wrong, he still gets some things wrong, and a lot of people, were saying yesterday, he got things wrong in that game yesterday against Norwich and that. But obviously we knew before the game he was going to make a lot of rotation. We knew that. We knew Romero was going to be in goal. We knew Bay was going to start centre-half. We knew Delors was going to start at right-back and all of that. But maybe he did get some stuff wrong. But I think in a lot of the games in this 40-match unbeaten run, he has got a lot of things right as well, as Solskjaer. He was also recently talking about Paul Pogba. Solskjaer said, he wants Paul Pogba to stay at the football club. And he said, Paul Pogba doesn't want to finish his career with no regrets. So I think Paul Pogba will be at Manchester United next season. I really, really do. But since he's come back, he has really, really made an impact for us as Pogba. Rashford's done well since he's come back. He's had some very, very good chances. Surprised he hasn't got his name on the score sheet. I think since the season resumed, Martial hasn't done bad either. Scored a hat-trick against Sheffield United. That was his first senior hat-trick for the football club. And he became the first player to score a hat-trick for us since Robin Van Persie back in 2013. So there you go. So anyway, guys, that's everything to update you today. Drop your comments, likes, below on the channel. If you do, consider subscribing as always, and take care. God bless, and I'll see you all again very, very soon.